was fun. There were mountains of corpses by the time I finished, cut down like wheat. The lava ran red with their blood. Through it with...
Great! You wanna help down here?
Wouldn't think you'd need my help if you beat all those trials. Or did you just watch your father do it? Hey, what's taking so long? You wouldn't believe the scores of these things I just killed. It was glorious. I think you're right. Thrud wouldn't. She'd be faring better than you, at least.
Done that at any time.
You seem to be handling yourself well enough. I was trusting you. So, where to?
Looks like we need to head through that gate.
Oh, yeah?
I had to do something while you were off fighting.
Well, check again anyways.
Fine. Through the gate, like I said. Thor?
Ain't that impressive? Real god stuff.
You are a god.
You're damn right.
And so am I. It's here. This is the spot.
Well, where is it? In the lava?
I don't know.
Training like that ain't good for you.
Ah! Damn it!
Some advice. Sticking your hand in lava is never gonna feel good.
Wasn't thinking.
Good. It's better that way. All right, let's get out of here. Oh. Loki, don't try to play me again. You're an okay kid. But you're still a giant, and I'll revel in killing you too.
What did you do? Loki. The rift got brighter. Look, you did it.
Look, one of these phrases is complete now. We can read it all.
But you can't translate it.
Not yet.
See, I got a little theory. I think if we can find the rest of this, we can use it to look into that without, losing an eye or worse. Look at this. We make a good team. Don't we? Don't we? Make a good damn team?
Just like you and Baldur.
You both behave out there?
Thor was really great. I learned a lot from him.
You learned something from him? Really now? Okay. What did you teach the kid?
Nothing. What could I possibly teach him?
Exactly. I was wondering where that went. Actually, I had a pretty good idea. Change of heart.
I'm not really sure why I came to Asgard. But I realize now it wasn't to be a spy. I need you to know you can trust me. And if I'm gonna help you take this to the end, I need to be able to trust you.
And trust is earned. I get it. Take this, figure out the rest of it. If you're staying, that is.
You're gonna tell me what you're really looking for in there.
Translate that, and I'll tell you everything. And on that, young man, you can trust me.
You always this hard on Thor? Seems like you're mad at him or something.
Ooh, getting nosy. Getting personal. No, I get it. But it's nothing like that. To be honest, it's the only language he understands. I'm serious. Go ahead and try being nice to him. See where that gets you.
How much time does he spend reading? Kinda jealous. So, about the sword. Is Ingrid the name of the soul inside it? I wonder why I can't hear her.
Soul? Who said anything about... Look, son, some free advice. You don't want to let anyone catch you talking to your sword, all right? It's a bad look. All right, come along, Hogan.
Tragic for you.
Huh.
What was he doing?
Are you trying to make friends now?
Well, I just aided the Allfather. You said that makes us allies.
Yes, as long as you had no treacherous... Interesting. You don't really know quite what you're doing here anymore. Sometimes I envy the Allfather. He always sees the best in people. While all I see is what people really are. Nobody ever says what they mean. Some lie to the world. Some lie to themselves and don't even know it. And then there is you. You don't know what you want. You don't even know who you are. But I hope you do know this. I will be watching.
Body doesn't know when to work or when to sleep anymore. I'm sure how long we're meant to handle this. Hey, you're back! How was it? Did Father behave himself?
Yeah, I mean, better than I would have expected, I guess.
Is that the sword from Grandfather's study?
Oh yeah, her name's Ingrid.
Hi, Ingrid. Wow, All-Father must really trust you. Well, glad you survived your first day.
Hey, me too.
Tomorrow, we talk about Valkyries.
Definitely.
Did you think that I would be?
Well, it's pretty good.
I'm not angry. I'm concerned. You know that's not what I want for her.
You don't want her to have a sword.
No, it's not about having a sword. It's about what you use it for. I think you know what I mean.
Yeah, I do. And I don't want that for her either, okay? You don't have to worry. She's a smart girl. Smarter than her father.
Well, when you're right, you're right. Come here.
Well, this has been a weird day. Exactly. Huh. Nicely equipped. What needs work?
Good morning, brother. No news, I'm afraid.
I have a plan.
Do you now?
The Norns. You found them once. Could you do so again?
I could try, but I don't see how that would
They
help.
are the fates of these lands, are they not? I would know what they know.
You may not find them cooperative.
As long as I find them. Where do we search?
Midgard. But if Atreus is in Asgard, there's no getting him back without an army. We should be raising one.
Yes, nothing like a catastrophic war to improve the situation. The boy seems quite capable, perhaps if you simply give him some time.
You are not free of blame here. You encouraged his foolishness, his confusion. I do not seek war. But if Odin has stolen my son, do not doubt the lengths I will go to.
Your nature has always been clear, Kratos. But you, Freya. War as a first resort. That's not the Freya I knew. I hope the Norns can give you the counsel you need. Perhaps mine is no longer of use here.
Tyr, stop. This is no time to divide ourselves further. Come, sit, please.
You have been quiet.
Frankly, I'm surprised you of all people would seek out fate. But your instincts haven't let us down so far. Let's find the Norns.
Who am I to offer him counsel? I only hoped to help the boy find his answers. And I failed. What's my role in all this now?
Tyr, you're at the center of this. You always have been. That's why Odin imprisoned you in the first place. He's terrified of you.
I doubt that very much.
It's the truth. And not just because of prophecies. No one has ever united the realms as you once did.
That is not who I am anymore.
I know you feel that way now. I've lost myself before. More than once, but believe me, there is something beyond that.
And what is that?
Purpose. Purpose is the path that leads you to yourself.
So you would have me accept my fate? Lead your armies into war, secure your vengeance.
If securing our justice is not your purpose, then find another. For your own sake.
Does it hurt?
Oh, this? Only when I worry.
How would Atreus get to Asgard?
I'm sorry, but you'd have to ask Odin. He's got control of every path. I know how highly you esteem our expertise on such things, so I'm sure that's disappointing. He's just been one step ahead of us.
Hang on! I got something for you. Sindri!
Coming!
Before you go traipsing off into the dawn, I thought you'd like to have this back. Well, don't go getting too cheery about it. But you're welcome.
I've collected what we need to find the Norns. Shall we go?
Madam Neathog? Madam Neathog, where have you gone?
Neathog? I suspect we may have consequences to look forward to.
The boss is right there, swimming on Main Street, and you're gonna go hit his time right now? Dick, move. Move. He isn't coming. What do you need to talk to him for, anyway?
Squirrel.
Ah, Master Kratos, my apologies. Madam Neathog's disappearance weighs heavily on my mind.
She a friend of yours?
Less a friend than another long-time tenant of the tree. She was here even before I arrived, and that was ages ago. To even think something could keep her away from her babies. Terrible, just terrible.
We are certain Atreus could not still be in Midgard.
I was just there and found no trace. If Odin invited him, he must have provided a way.
No, that is not the only explanation. Tell me where we find these Norns.
I discovered some of their threads near the frozen lake. I stashed one for spellcrafting, but we may also use it to find them. Just remember, they really don't want to be found.
Well, at least things will be difficult for a change.
We should take your sled and head to the lake.
Midgard. How I've missed the freezing gusts and constant raider attacks.
Well, that's because they believe Kratos is responsible for Fimbulwinter, and that killing him will end it.
Where would they get an idea like that?
From me, of course.
Of course. We should get down to the wolves, brother.
Come. Quiet. She is a friend. Now.
Better they get this from you. Once the wolves have the scent of the Norns, we'll just need to follow their lead.
I will open the gate. Stop whining.
Their fur is matted. When did you last brush them?
They are wolves.
And matted fur leads to disease. Take care of them, and they'll take care of you.
Brother, what exactly do you intend to ask the Norns?
How I may find my son. Nothing more.
You don't imagine it's a chance to clear up all this mess about prophecy? Perhaps get a second opinion on your alleged demise.
You didn't tell me you had a death prophecy?
When Atreus and I reached Jotunheim, we found a hidden mural. The giants, they herself, had foreseen our entire journey long ago. Who we would meet, who we would fight. All of it, as it happened.
But you aren't dead.
That image was from a time yet to come.
I see. You've never struck me as someone who fears death. That's not the problem, is it?
No. Death can have me when it earns me.
Then maybe it's not the future that bothers you. Faye sent you on your journey, and she made sure you'd see that image at the end of it. And you're still not sure why.
I wish to speak of this no further. Now that we are on the lake, how will we find the Norns?
Watch the wolves closely. See how their heads point the way?
Well, the Lake of Nine has certainly seen better days. Raiders have made themselves quite at home. Not sure I've been back to these parts since our great battle with Seekron.
She speaks highly of that fight as well.
You know of that?
She told me all about it when she found me. She believed you could be an ally. Long before I believed it.
The Valkyrie Queen. An ally.
I'm the Valkyrie Queen. As Sigrun was stubbornly determined to remind me.
I should have guessed it was Seekron helping you recover yourself. She's so loyal and wise, clever, tall.
Enough. We will continue later.
I'm all for exploring the area, but to be clear, it's down there we'll find the Norns. What's that outpost?
I've been studying, and I can forge some new equipment for you. Nothing appeals to you? What can I make for you?
You won't believe it, Mimir. This crest belongs to Fjotorlund.
Fjotorlund, you say? Now that's where Seekron was from.
Another crane. Seems it only rotates in the other direction. So this outpost is what's left of Fjotorlund. Sigrun spoke of growing up with these people before she joined the Valkyries. One more for the tree.
Glad to see you two have buried the hatchet. Axe.
Sindri. Mimir, the way you still speak of Sigrun, it doesn't take a love goddess to see where you're coming from.
This thread of fate we are tracing.
It's not somebody's life, if that's what you mean. The Norns use it to mark their way when they're outside of the well.
The Nords live in a well.
No. The Well of Earth, their home, is hard to explain. It's in no fixed place. Entrances come and go. A place wholly under their influence, where the intangible becomes tangible. Like being inside your own mind.
But if we go in together, are we in each other's mind? Not so sure I like the sound of that.
Mimir, have you encountered these Norns?
Not personally. Freya's right, they have ways of discouraging visitation. Odin made his share of efforts. Wouldn't talk about what he found. Either he gave up, or he wanted to forget what he saw. Freya, you mind telling us what you experienced when you sought the Norns last time?
To be honest, the details are hazy. Like waking up from a dream. Mainly, I remember that nothing could be done to change my son's fate.
Hold. The wolves are distracted.
Kratos, a raider encampment.
Shall we take care of them, brother? Raider on the left! Fire behind you! Raiders on the left! You're on fire, Kratos! It will pass! Fire from behind! Oh, God, target this!
Kratos!
Another raider to the left! Impressive!
Enemy behind you, Kratos!
Last one! Suspect that's all of them.
These were coal raiders. Infamous for
Eating wolves. Atreus and I rescued ours from such an encampment.
That was kind of you. The coal raiders have been a blight on this land. The way they've abused its creatures. Perhaps we should do something about them.
Perhaps.
Up to you, brother. If the Norns know the future, no doubt they'll expect us to show up a bit late.
So the Norns told you nothing could change Balder's fate.
They did. Which only made me more determined to try.
Brother, what of your story? You faced the fates of your homeland, yeah? The legends I heard about the ghost of Sparta were surely exaggerated.
Exaggerated?
Oh, not in the brazen bloodshed righteous fury part. The part where it said you travelled back in time itself to win a battle once lost. It's strange credulity, obviously. I mean, a rumour about Thor knocking the world serpent back in history from Ragnarok is one thing.
It is the truth. The threads of fate span all life and time. The Sisters of Fate abused their power. When I challenged them, they threatened to undo my existence. So I killed them and turned their power on Zeus.
That's the most dangerous and irresponsible thing I've ever heard. These Norns have no such magic, nor does anyone in these realms that I've ever seen.
Aye, can you imagine? If it existed, Odin would have it. And if Odin had it, we'd be 5 shades more fucked than we are already.
I would not ask them to change the past, even if they could. I only want information.
And that's quite dangerous enough, in my experience. Never seen craftsmanship like this before. Can't imagine how old it is. Now, where have we seen an artifact like that before?
Tears Vault.
Freya, there's something I've always wanted to ask. What was it Hrimthur whispered to you?
Who?
Hrimthur, the son of Thormur, the stonemason, who disguised himself and built Asgard's wall.
Wait. Let us look this way.
The oarsmen. A monument to conquerors.
Made some lovely warships, though.
Mimir, look. Another Fjotalund marking.
Aye, this place must have been part of Sigrun's kingdom. A first outpost preceding further expansion.
Incoming right side! Behind! Incoming!
Mimir, look. Another Fjortulund marking.
Aye, this place must have been part of Sigrun's kingdom. A first outpost preceding further expansion.
On your left!
Watch your left!
All these bones.
This is a tomb.
There must be another way around. Looks like there's a staircase on the other side.
Watch yourself.
Behind you, lover!
You know, brother, Sigrun told me her kingdom housed a great treasury, filled with the spoils of her family's conquests. Perhaps this outpost holds some of that treasure.
Is that all she told you, Emil?
Did she say where?
No, just that they kept it hidden.
There it is. The other staircase.
Good, that's the way.
Is that a key?
Perhaps those runes over there can shed some light. What? No, she never mentioned. Wonder what lock that key belongs to.
No lock. It is broken.
Not broken. It's just split in half. Perhaps we could find its partner.
Namir, what did those runes say?
Secret. Another. King named Helgi. Seems they were madly in love. But her parents wouldn't let them marry.
Oh, come on. You really didn't think you were her first love,
Aye.
did you?
Suppose I did.
It's too fast! Use your shield!
Ah, Rosen! What now?
You know, I would have beaten you.
What?
Earlier. If Atreus hadn't been there.
Perhaps.
We could go again. Find out for certain.
I would rather not.
I'll bet you wouldn't.
Iron peace, not a golden war.
Tyr used to talk about how heavy the cost of war was compared to its bounty. He felt like it was his responsibility to avoid it.
Kind of still does, in fact.
Right leg! Behind you! Watch out!
Come on, get up, brother!
Nasty hit! You alright, brother?
Behind you! Incoming! Behind you! Watch out!
Oh, this is a fine mess.
Behind you! Incoming!
Nasty hit! You all right, brother? Brother, get up! Brother!
I must say, I think we make a good team. With my brains, Kratos' brawn, and my lady's,
Wisdom, magic, ability to tolerate you for long periods of time.
I was going to say brutality.
That works.
Freya, can't you remember anything about what Dreamthrough of a stonemason's son said to you after building Asgard's wall?
Oh, yes. One of the many occasions Odin saw fit to involve me in a wager without my consent. I wish I could say that was the worst of his husbandly habits.
Hold that thought. I think I hear something sizable.
Incoming fire!
You're on fire, Kratos! It will pass!
Enemy behind you, Kratos!
Watch the fire!
Good hit, brother!
Fire behind
all of them. They still whine.
Poor thing. They can smell more danger.
The wolves fear that which can no longer hurt them.
The horrors of our past can be inextricable from the present. You have to understand that.
About some of the flora we've encountered on our travels.
And you will remain curious. It's not my job to teach you everything, Mimir.
Look, I was just asking.
And you have been told.
Oh, you can say that again.
How strange. I've never seen that building before.
Aye, very strange indeed. Let's take a closer look.
Incoming!
Come on, Kratos! Off your back! Behind you! Incoming!
Behind you! Incoming!
Wait. The shield that's blocking the entrance. It looks exactly like the one from Tyr's statue.
It's another piece of Tyr's likeness sent flying across the lake. Ended up lodged right into this building, apparently. All this must have been hidden behind the ice until that shield smashed through it.
Doesn't look like you can brute force it. Climb the shield, maybe. I never asked how it felt to lose your head.
What would you have me say? That it tickled?
Merely curious.
If you wish to derive some satisfaction from my pain, I'm afraid you'll be disappointed. Kratos swung swift and true, didn't you, brother? I felt nary a scratch.
Shame. Is that a frozen lightning bolt?
My fight with Thor ended there.
That's where you landed. No wonder there's bits of Tyr's statue all over the lake. Now, if we could get back to the story of Hrimthur, the stonemason's son. I was hoping to get Freya's version of what happened.
There isn't that much to tell. I knew nothing of it at first, surely because Odin didn't expect to lose the bet. A mysterious mason had to build the entire wall in 3 turns of the season.
2! It was 2!
And if he was late, he'd be owed nothing. But if he succeeded, he was promised an audience with the queen. Or so I learned one day when Odin burst into our bedchambers, raging and half-drunk before noon, telling me to get dressed and go see what the mason wants. So, off I went, not knowing what had truly been promised or expected. Dagger stashed in my robe for emergency. And this mason, this giant in disguise.
His name was Hrimthur.
He just smiled to see me. And as you said, He whispered in my ear. He said the Aesir had killed his father, and he needed to know that one day they'd burn him. I pointed out I was Aesir now too, technically. He gave me a look, as if he somehow knew better, and continued. He said he'd built in a structural flaw behind the Asgard Realm Tower.
I knew it! How do we make use of it?
Hold. We will finish later.
When you want to find the Norns, we'll return to the sled. We're heading back to Vanaheim?
There's still a few loose ends to tie up. We've still got to find that mysterious orb for Lunda. And what else? You asked us to explore the river delta with you. Perhaps it's time we did so.
Lead the way. Look, over there. Good. We can explore the river now, and hopefully right some more poems.
What is your unfinished business?
I left something behind, near the falls.
Your wedding site? Now why do you want to be going back there?
To be free of the bonds of my marriage. And to Asgard.
I think you severed that a long time ago.
Not completely. Not enough.
Guide us.
My people settled this river many ages ago. Thousands traveled it on pilgrimage to the shrine of worship. But then the Aesir came. This is all that's left. Astrid's garden. The wilds reclaimed it. It was beautiful once.
You're on fire, Kratos! It will pass!
Creatures weren't always this ravenous. The ecosystem, it's out of balance.
Spirit.
Freya, you returned.
Astrid, what happened to you? To your garden?
The anger, my life's work rotted. My monument to your glory reduced to this. I am sorry, my queen.
You need never apologize to me, old friend.
I swore to keep this garden in bloom until you return. To live forever amongst its putrescence. A just punishment.
I will return, Astrid. Kratos, we purge this garden of poison.
Why?
The earth is a reflection of those who tend it. So long as the land is plagued, her soul will be as well. We have to destroy the totems. They're poisoning Astrid's garden.
When my garden blooms, so will my soul.
See that explosive? Setting it off could help.
Ah, maybe you can hit it from a different angle.
Above you, brother!
Enemy behind you, Kratos!
Incoming! Above you!
Left side, incoming!
What is wrong?
I died. And you will help me.
Of course, Gunhild. But to what end?
When the Einherjar came, we needed a way to fight back. I suggested Seiðr magic.
I understand your desperation, but that was foolish.
Clearly. I was lucky enough to be murdered before my mind could be corrupted, as theirs did. You must free them.
Of course. Seiðr magic corrupts so ruthlessly. Those poor souls must be in agony.
Then we shall give them death.
Must be Seiðr this way. We'll need to find another way around.
Find that orb yet?
And how is it you two know each other?
Nah, I can't be divulging guild business. You gotta respect the secretude of it all.
I'm sorry?
Let's just say Brock and I have long enjoyed certain common interests.
That's right. Like getting us into trouble.
And getting you back out of it again.
What? Huh. That's only mostly true.
Okay, so does that answer your question?
Close enough, I suppose.
Sure stinks like Midgard.
What is this path?
Oh, just one of the many insane things we had to do to get to your name.
Jumped?
We were protected.
Evidently.
Shall we get back to finding the Norns then? Which way to the sled?
From behind! Incoming!
Behind you, fella! I felt that one, brother. Behind you, watch out!
Off your back!
Something you need to do before we find the Norns?
Could have been a shame to have left that behind.
That boy of yours can do some damage, turns out. Maybe he'll bust through Odin's wall next.
How can I help? Gonna keep it spatter-free this time, right? Kratos?
It fits.
Huh. That might be my best piece yet today. Gonna keep it spatter-free this time, right? Kratos? Anything for Freya? And for the Valkyrie Queen? Fashionable. Tasteful. Be careful. It's delicate. Wear it with pride. Kratos? And now, Freya? Anything for Freya? What'll it be?
Time we find the Norns? I'm sure your wolves can get us there.
Freya, what you said about the flaw that Hrimthur built into Asgard's wall, did he explain how it works? How do we exploit it?
Let this wait. Stay alert.
Freya, what you said about the flaw that Hrimthur built into Asgard's wall, did he explain how it works? How do we exploit it?
Hold. I hear something large.
Freya, what you said about the flaw that Hrimthur built into Asgard's wall, did he explain how it works? How do we exploit it?
We don't. He said Surtur would know what to do. And if Surtur's approaching Asgard's wall...
Then it is already Ragnarok.
Aye, blast it. I hoped it might have pulled that thought. Things about to get
From behind! Incoming!
wolves will cease their whining. Accursed wolves.
I grow tired of your lack of empathy for your own wolves.
It's Demos, isn't it, brother?
I should not have told you, Demos. Win minds, not wars.
Tyr understood the greatest fight of them all was the battle for people's hearts and minds. Too bad Tyr has no interest in doing either these days.
Freya, something your brother said. The Ace here burned him.
Yes. We weren't yet at war, but relations with the Vanir and Aesir had been hostile for ages.
Set that aside for now. Come.
Thank you, brother! Watch your right!
Come on, Kratos, get up!
Freya, you once revived a giant's corpse to stop a certain fight that we won't talk about. Could you call on that power again?
Maybe. Do you have a massive giant's corpse for me to revive?
No?
Well, there you go. Another Coal Raider camp. Kratos, we should do something about them. Look, there's some debris over there. I'm guessing from Tyr's poor statue.
Defend the peace.
I remember the Jotun crafting these bracers for Tyr's statue. They chose only their most talented and accomplished to do the job.
You have a good memory, Freya. Like Tyr, the Jotnar also believed the best offensive strategy is a good defense. So, this is how they chose to honor it.
The Giants were not wrong. Freya, how did your brother come to be burned by the Aesir?
Well, Freyr got it into his head that he could improve relations by sharing our magic with them. Vanir techniques for bountiful harvests, enough to feed their whole population.
No more for now. Focus.
Isn't that the spear from Tyr's statue?
Wish for peace. Be ready for war.
Well, I think that's the last of it. Doubtful we'll find any more interesting bits.
I always admired the love Tyr inspired.
Where I come from, gods of war are not revered in such a way.
Not all gods of war are the same, brother.
No, they are not. Freya, how did your brother come to be burned by the Aesir?
Well, he was trying to improve relations with them by sharing our magic.
Hang on, brother. That building.
Freya, how did your brother come to be burned by the Aesir?
Well, he was trying to improve relations with them by sharing our magic. Getting set on fire was the thanks he got.
That's true. The Aesir were too undisciplined and impatient for the subtlety of Vanir spellcraft. So when things went wrong, they blamed their teacher.
So Freya was a guest when Odin burned him?
Not exactly. Odin didn't mind locking Freya up. He saw the potential of the magic and wanted to know more than how to improve crop yields. But enough of that for now. Einarja, on the left! Behind you!
No!
Behind you, look out!
Careful, brother. You're covered in Bifrost. Behind you! Incoming! Seems like old times.
Hmm?
Oh, we used to travel through this temple constantly. Quick, how do you do to drop? Then off on another adventure. Aye. Everything for help. Simpler then.
Agreed.
Yeah? And now for the goddess. About time I had something to do. Big man. Saved me the trouble of getting it myself. Yeah, I'll take your crap.
Why do you stare?
He's gonna be fine, you know.
I do not.
He's getting what he needs.
He is in danger.
And being with you, he was safe as houses, huh? Never got close to dying. Not even once?
I did not come to you for a lecture.
I know. It's on the house. My new customer loyalty program.
We will speak no more of it.
The Realm Travel Room. This place has seen better days.
Haven't we all?
Kratos, do you remember when I brought you and Atreus in here for the first time? Seems like lifetimes ago.
I do. And it was because of your guidance we were able to fulfill Faye's last wish. And yours as well, Mimir.
Do you regret it, Mimir?
Most likely. What are we talking about in particular?
Giving up your body?
Do I regret exchanging my life for my freedom? That's a question I ask myself every day, my lady.
What about today?
Today? Glad to be out in the world. How else could I spend such quality time with you?
Okay, okay.
Mimir, what did you mean when you said Frey was not exactly a guest of the Aesir?
I meant by the time they burned it, he'd been a prisoner for some time. It was a mob of lesser Aesir, bitter and short-sighted, who tied him up and lit him aflame as punishment for the sabotage they imagined him guilty of.
Enough talk for now. Be ready. Why do you yawn?
Forced habit, I suppose, since I don't sleep anymore. Although, it's far more confounding that I'm the tired one. I've seen you stay awake for days at a time without so much as looking eyelid. Not even nap.
Gods do not nap.
Oh, tell that before.
You're on fire, Kratos. It will pass.
Yelpa! Switching arrows! Alka!
Bloody Drogger holes. We've got to clear out all those undead bastards. You're on fire, Kratos. It will pass.
Bloody Draugr holes! We've got to clear out all these undead bastards! You're on fire, Kratos! It won't pass!
Either of you, what more is there to tell of Freya being burned by the Aesir mob?
Well, obviously he survived. In fact, he used the opportunity to escape. But such an affront made war inevitable.
Freyr certainly wasn't the same after that. At least for a while. His carefree ways were replaced with nightmares, paranoia, and lashing out. It doesn't excuse what he said at my wedding, but I do understand where his anger came from.
Lads, I thought death had cured me of my appetite, but damn if I can't stop thinking about the smell of tear stew. Awakened a fair few culinary cravings, did. Black pudding, haggis and neeps. Oh!
Porridge and honey.
What about you, brother? Any pre-Fimble winter foods you're aching for?
Olives.
The hell's an olive?
Kratos, tell me of an adversary from your homeland. It will serve us well if I understand more of your battle tactics.
There was Medusa, queen of the Gorgons. Her gaze turned men to stone. A mirror would turn her own powers against her. Or you may remove her head, but that is the hard way.
Which did you choose?
The hard way.
Forget I asked. You said you and Thor caused that?
Yes. The result of our weapons colliding.
Ouch.
Yes.
Brother, in my travels, I heard of a great battle in your homeland, at a place called the Gates of Fire.
The Hut Gates.
You were there?
No.
Is that regret in your voice?
I did regret not dying there for many years, but no longer.
Left side, brother! Fire behind you! Fire behind you! That's showing them!
Kratos, their chieftain. Enemy behind you.
You're on fire, Kratos! It will pass! Brother! Get up! Brother!
Kratos, their chieftain. Switching! Yelfa! Yelfa!
Incoming!
The Alpha! The Alpha! Kratos! Their chieftain!
You're on fire, Kratos! It will
The chieftain. Was he the one who captured the wolves before you freed them?
I do not know.
Regardless, they should draw some comfort from his death.
They're still scared.
Not of the raiders. Do not be afraid. You are safe. Good. Good boys.
Girls.
Good girls.
We don't have the equipment for this. Sigil arrows won't work on this. Are we holding off looking for the norm?
I knew he'd left something behind.
And for the Valkyrie Queen? I'll disinfect my tools. And now, Freya? What do you need? Anything for Freya? Something in mind? Sure, this'll be of some use. If I don't have it, you don't need it.
Returning to Vanaheim.
There's work to be done. Lost spirits wander the river delta. Perhaps we can put them to rest.
I'm with you.
day when my garden grows again.
Oh, glad to see that still works. An armor piece bearing Lunda's brand. Shame it's broken. Nice bit of work otherwise.
Then why leave it?
You suspicious of her, brother?
If the orb she seeks is important, she would not have left it behind.
Perhaps.
Look, the door's held shut by that counterweight. We lower it, the door will open.
This mentions a spell that puts trolls to sleep, and a magic relic that acts as a sort of counter-spell.
Waterfalls. We're close. There should be a gate up ahead.
That's quite a gate. Don't suppose you know a way through?
The Pilgrim Gate. I can open it. We just need to find the right vantage point.
Looks like more of Lunda's old armor. Nearly have the complete set now.
These bridge supports look sturdier. We'll have to find a way to the other side to lower it. Sigil arrows won't work on this. Sigil arrows won't work on this.
My friends' souls are still twisted, aren't they? Give them the freedom of death.
Sigil arrows won't work on this.
My garden is still as dead as I am, isn't it?
The family crest of Henir. Poor man. Can you see if there's a way inside while you're up there?
Good thing you learned the runes, brother.
Life returns to the garden. Good.
When my garden blooms, so will my soul.
This garden still aches. There must be more poison somewhere.
I wonder what the curl of your axe might do to that flaming pot.
Sigil arrows won't work on this.
I await the day when my garden grows again.
Look, over there. My garden is still It's finished. Let's return to Astrid.
The land. It's alive again.
Yes, your garden grows again.
Freya, how did you...
It's okay, Astrid. It's time to move on.
Thank you, goddess. I do love you.
And I you.
You've done a great kindness.
A temporary one. The garden will die again.
All things do. That is no reason not to try. Before we head back, we can burn those vines from here, no? This crest belonged to Odin. A peace offering from my people. And a waste of good work. Hi.
You found some of my armor. I'll fix it up for you real good. We sure appreciate you finding my oil though. I ain't doing this for free one night.
If you don't need them, I can hold on to those Vanir crests for you.
Appreciate it.
What you need now? That'll mess some folks up. What's the Witch of the Woods need? Let's make something then. family crests, I'll take them. Somebody ought to save these, even if the Vanir won't. Hand it over already. What'll it be?
So, Brock, if Lunda can step between realms to travel about like you, I presume it must be the guild you know each other from.
Maybe. Or maybe I just showed her a few tricks while we were tying one on.
Or maybe I showed him. You don't know.
Fine then.
This will be of use.
What takes us to Vanaheim?
There may be ravens to hunt.
Sounds like a plan.
dug up some new blueprints for you. Need something special?
What is this?
Ravens. The ones we've been destroying. Odin's little spies.
What's this?
Ah, a memory of war. You could use this as a training arena if you like. You'll just be fighting the recollections of enemies. They won't be able to harm you.
Prepare yourself. Use a shield strike!
Incoming! Left side! Behind you! Incoming!
Careful, brother. You're covered in bifrost. Ingerja, on the left!
What have you done?
Incoming!
That was instructive. Again? Good.
Enemy behind you! Behind you! Enemy behind you! Enemy behind you!
Behind you! Look out!
Enemy behind you, Kratos! Enemy behind you, Kratos! Left flank! Enemy behind you, Kratos! Switching arrows!
Good training session.
Kratos? Lady?
I suppose your skills are needed.
Like the father of all, we swung from the tree. Wisdom gained father.
Swung from the tree.
A gift of life, a gift in death. To his mother forever, the All-Father's breath.
Odin must have created these creatures. But how?
I haven't the foggiest. They came after my time with him. But perhaps we should continue to destroy any of Odin's ravens we find.
Kratos? Lady?
I suppose your skills are needed.